Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the Practice Log. This is a very special episode of the Practice Log because it's an extravaganza. I know, wow. How long has it been since the last one? Oh man. Well, we have a lot to do today, so let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? You know, I've been watching a lot of Segovia, so I figured I should splurge. Yeah, I splurged. This 6-pack costs $11 at my local gas station. Alright, well, we're in it. We're in an extravaganza. And what that means for me is that a week has come to an end. That's pretty exciting. We got a lot done this week, I think. Though I guess you'll be the judge of that based on how these pieces go. Speaking of which, as I mentioned in the last one, I am done playing. I already performed everything. It's all filmed. So these are the easiest episodes to film right here because I don't got anything to do. I got nothing to do right now. You know what I have to do? I have a video lined up that we're gonna watch. That's easy. That's what I was gonna do anyways, even if I didn't do this. I just watch YouTube all day. That's so crazy to think. Like, ever since I was a kid, I have just been on YouTube. Like, I've probably spent the most time on YouTube, more than like watching TV, more than a lot of things. Do you ever look at your phone, like screen time analytics? And it's like, you're averaging 11 hours per day. I was talking to a friend about this. It always says that you're up like 15%. It's like, how can I keep always being up 15% week after week? YouTube is just our life. Like, ever since I was a kid, I remember the first YouTube video I watched. I was in first grade, and it was the first Charlie the Unicorn. And then it was Do You Like Waffles? Those are the first two videos I watched. It's weird to think back on that. Maybe I'll watch them sometime. What was your first YouTube video, if you remember? Post in the comments. I'd love to know. Maybe we'll go through and watch them and look at how we were shaped. Enough of that. We're in an extravaganza. I've been taking this time to answer comment questions, so let's take a look at the comment section. Ooh, actually, before I do that, sorry. One more thing. I don't know if you noticed this. This has been on the shelf all week. Boom. New Pokemon Trainer box. I know that most of you probably don't care, but we will be unboxing this at some point today. Crown Zenith with the Lucario. Oh yeah, an elite trainer box for an elite person like myself. You know, even if you don't like Pokemon, we're gonna open up a thing. Isn't that fun? This thing costs like 65 bucks. And pro tip for the kids back home, if you want to write off your Pokemon card purchases, just make a YouTube show and film yourself unboxing it. Boom. I will be writing that off. Save your receipts. I've been taking this time to answer a comment question, so let's take a look at the comments section. I've been planning on answering this one in an extravaganza because I feel like we're about due for this kind of question. This comes from Listenera. I'm so sorry. It's spelled L-C-E-N-A-R-Y-H-R. There it is. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. I tried though. Alright, well, you start off with, hey, I'm sorry, I have a bunch of questions here, but you asked for it. Yeah, I did. Dude, don't apologize for asking questions. You can ask as many questions as you want, and that goes for anybody. I might not answer them thoroughly in the comments, but I will address them at some point in the chair. That's a fun thing for me to do, so you know, hopefully it's fun for you. So the first one's pretty good. So, how do you make technical exercises out of pieces apart from basically repeating sections over and over again? That's a great question. Well, first off, there's nothing wrong with repeating sections over and over again, but you never want to work out something technical using both hands at the same time. So like repeating a passage, that would be using both hands at the same time. So if there's some kind of right hand like arpeggio or fingering that you're having trouble with, usually it's like you have to use a whole bunch or something. Get rid of the left hand entirely and then just work on that slowly. Villalobos Etude 1, for example. Do we all know that one? It's that thing. So a problem that I always had with it is my A finger just not being fast enough to keep up with that alternation. I came up with two different exercises, and they're all based off of the Giuliani arpeggios. If you haven't done this already, pick up a Giuliani arpeggio book, and that has a lot of stuff. So I'm not sure if this one is in there, but it's one that I came up with. And usually if I'm making up an arpeggio exercise, I'll base it off of the Giuliani like chords. I'm having trouble with M and A, so I'll do an exercise that involves M and A, like isolating that alternation. So P-M-A-M. In the style of the Giuliani arpeggio. Well, and then the other one I did was A-M-A, so. So that's AMA now, which that one's a little bit harder. So this is an example of how I would work out a bigger arpeggio, which the whole part of it that I'm working on is this. And of course, so I'm isolating that with the Giuliani arpeggio. Now, once you have something down like that, there are a few really good things you can do. First, swing it. And this is with a metronome, of course. And swing it the other way. You want to do them both. Swinging is really helpful for speeding up little techniques like that because you're essentially putting some notes closer together and then moving some further away. So I feel like it helps you just get a little bit faster, you know? If you really want to work on control, so we have 4 different placements in this, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Try accenting one of them. So for example, accenting the first one, if I separate the hands. Accenting 2. Accenting 3. Accenting 4. That's going to really help your control over this exercise that you're building. If I'm making an exercise like that, I will usually build it off of 2 things: the Giuliani arpeggios or a speed burst. If I'm trying to get faster with this part of... So if I want to get that faster, and this is something that I've been working with a little bit, with a metronome, of course, and even if we're going to separate the hands, I would just do it. So those have worked for me so far, and I think they'll probably work for you too. So just be creative, try to mix them together. So that was the technique part of your question. Then you said, this is a weird one. All right, let's see. How are you going to tie this one in? How do you sit so comfortably with your guitar at that angle? Footrests and thigh pillows have never been very comfortable, and raising my toes the way you do, it ends up being painful pretty quickly. I've gotten comments about my toes, the intention of which varies vastly. Most people comment about how my foot is raised like this. Yeah, it's just something that I do. I'll even ballerina my foot like this sometimes. I try to practice with the pillow because it hurts my back if I have my foot too high for too long, but I do like performing with just the footstool for 2 reasons. First, I mean, undoubtedly, it is just the coolest position to be in to play guitar. Second, I like using the footstool because I like that the guitar is touching a lot of my body and I can like feel the instrument. So I do like that. Oh yeah, okay, so you said I resorted to using a strap like I'm playing flamenco instead of classical. Yeah, that's the thing, man. I'm not too into the strap, and I know that Ridicules, what's up, man? Posted a comment to that. Nothing wrong with using a strap, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I've never tried it, but came across this recently. If it's good enough for that dude, then why not? Yes, if it's good enough for Brandon Acker. He is much better than me. He's the one using a strap and I'm not. Maybe that tells you something. Yeah, I don't really like the strap though. I mean, I've used straps for guitars, electric guitars. When I've done like soul funk gigs and rock gigs, I do use a strap for electric. But I don't know, for classical, I just like the weight of the guitar sitting in my lap. I like feeling the instrument. I feel like a strap would kind of raise it. It's only touching like my chest then. So I don't like that. So you're uncomfortable by the footstool. That's normal. Any amount that your feet are uneven, that is going to lead to some discomfort and maybe even injury down the road. I try to use as little as possible. Like that's why I practice with the pillow. I wasn't comfortable with the pillow either. The pillow was just kind of a necessity because as a teacher who's like switching guitars all the time, I really don't like playing in this position because after 10 minutes, my shoulder is just on fire. Like I just can't handle it. I used to when I was younger. That's how I play guitar all the time. I can't do it anymore though. Yeah, so the pillow makes it easier for me to just switch to any guitar, and I just kind of got used to it because I teach every day between like a 4 and 6 hour window where I'm just kind of always holding it there. So it got pretty comfy after a while. And usually when I'm teaching, I try not to use a footstool either. So I just let the guitar go a little lower, but I try to keep my feet level. And I found that that is good for my back, as in it doesn't hurt. I don't know if there are any long-term issues that are coming from it, but we'll see. That's kind of how I feel. If you have to use the strap, then sure. Like all of our bodies are different. That's the thing. So the strap might be good for you. I don't like it though. Like you said, it feels like playing flamenco. You know how we feel about that after the Segovia documentaries, right? I'm just kidding. Flamenco is cool. I wish I could play flamenco. Not enough to learn it, I guess, but you know, I wish I could do a lot of things. And lastly, could you please update the About section of your page? Oh yeah, the About section of my page. There's not a whole lot on there, is there? Or some info on who you are and what you do. You seem to be living a highly enviable life, and I'd like to know how you achieved it. Thanks. I don't know about highly enviable. Yeah, life's not too bad. I have everything I need. Like I have Sierra Nevada and Quest chips and Coke Zero and guitar. Yeah, I don't post a whole lot about myself. You might have noticed that. I'm kind of a private guy, especially right now while I'm starting off. I might release more information like as things grow and as I kind of do this for longer. Well, so here are my 2 separate lives. Between 9 a.m. and 12, so 3 hours, that's when you see me in the morning and I'm filming. And then between 12 and then 9 p.m., that is when I'm doing my normal day stuff and then teaching. Teaching takes place between 3 and 9 right now. And then pretty much right when I'm done with that, between 9 and 12 at night, that is when I'm filming the night sessions. And that is pretty much my life. There is some information about me, like I do talk a lot. So, but right now I kind of want to keep things pretty mysterious, I guess, is what you could call it. Not for any reason other than I just want to have two separate lives right now. Which you might be wondering, like, doesn't that, like, not make sense for marketing? Like, especially as an online teacher, like, wouldn't you want the two things that you spend time doing to, like, interact with each other? Yeah, that would make sense, but I'm not really taking on new students right now, and I'm kind of letting them leave as they want, because I spent a lot of my life teaching way too many students, so now I'm just kind of cutting back. Like, I have, like, 45 or 50 right now. So, I don't really want to advertise teaching. I'm kind of just doing this because it's really fun, and I just like it, and I kind of didn't have a whole lot to do. That could change in the future, of course, but that's where we're at. So, I am sorry, I won't be updating my About page. It's purposefully sparse. That's all by design. Oh my god, I've been talking for quite a while. I just looked at the time. I've been talking for 40 minutes in this chair. It is time for me to do something else. I was gonna get into, like, the whole teaching thing, like how I got started with teaching, but it's just been too long. We'll save it. For now, let's go ahead and visit an old friend. I think you know by the title. Let's do it. You know who we haven't seen in a while? Stephen Ridley, our god of mischief. Where has he been? He has a YouTube channel, Stephen Ridley TV. Wow, that's a throwback to like early YouTube. People used to put TV in their thing. Looks like he's growing too. He has almost 90,000 subs. Not bad, man. I'm of course one of them, and you should be too. Everybody go subscribe to Stephen Ridley, please. I think I might watch a few of them, you know, because like why not? We'll just skim through them. So first one, a single guy on love. Stephen Ridley hasn't been getting much love on the channel. Apparently not much love in life either. The unlovable man. Stephen Ridley. I don't know if that's true.
My name is Stephen Ridley. I come from a small
village. All right, so starting this one off, this is a single guy on love. A singular guy on love. All right, is this thing gonna work?
My name is Stephen Ridley. I come from a small village in the north of England.
Dude, he actually comes from a small village. My God.
40 people. There was no girls.
Wait, what? 40 people?
40 people. There was no girls.
Dude, what are the odds out of 40 people? What's with the quality? Why is it so bad? Where is he speaking? That looks like Russian text. He's speaking in a Russian event. I wonder what it is. Is this like a pyramid scheme or something? What's the infinity sign?
Then I went to a school which was only for boys, so the love life was slow.
I mean, maybe for some of us.
Life, I'm like, okay, I'm ready, and I'm not seeing any girls. When I'm 14, we go to a family barbecue, and I see this girl. She looks incredible. Oh.
Wait, no, a family barbecue? Wait, hold on.
When I'm 14, we go to a family barbecue, and I see this girl.
No, Ridley, not a family barbecue. Dude, Stephen Ridley came from a small village in Alabama.
She looks incredible.
I've seen her every day. She's my sister. There's just something about this barbecue. She's so beautiful.
I go over and I'm real scared. I'm like, hey, I've been waiting 14 years for this. Hey, how you doing? Do you have a boyfriend? No. Can I be a boyfriend? Yeah.
Dang, dude. That's the Ridley charm right there. That is brave as a 14-year-old. I would never. I would just not talk.
I kiss this girl. I can see a future. Admittedly, not much of a future because we don't really know each other.
Well, I mean, you've known each other since, like, birth. It's at least your cousin. What kind of family barbecue is this?
I get in the car and my father says to me, do you love her?
I mean, honestly, at 14, I'd be like, yeah, of course I love her.
Yeah, I think I love her.
Yeah, dude, classic 14-year-old move. Absolutely.
Your girlfriend? I said, yeah. And he said, okay, good. When do you get your next girlfriend? I'm like, what?
Your dad sounds like kind of mean. Why would you say that, dude? You're like ecstatic. You just got your first girlfriend. And your dad's like, when are you gonna get the next one, huh? It's all fleeting, Steven. Love isn't real. Love isn't real, Morty. Dude, your dad's been watching too much Rick and Morty or something.
You're too young for a girlfriend. You need to try lots of food before you know which food you like.
Yeah, that's why you have a girlfriend. What are you talking about, dude? You didn't marry her.
And this happened more and more and more. It happens at school. I'm at an all-boys school. At around about 15, all of the boys get a girlfriend. Nobody ever sees this girlfriend, but they've got one. And then they invent these big stories. Oh my God, I had sex 20 times last night. All this goes into my mind, and I start to get very confused on love. Break up with this girl after 2 years. I decide I'm gonna be a playboy.
Dude, Stephen really just gets to decide stuff like that. Dang. You know, guys, I'm gonna decide that I'm gonna be a playboy from here on out. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, world.
First reason it was a bad decision is I'm not very good at being a playboy.
Oh, okay, there we go. It takes a special kind of person to be a playboy, I feel like. Steven's probably an emotional guy. Like, we joke. He probably gets attached real easily. I find that that's my issue, too. I just get attached, like, just real easily. So, you saw the first piece. I'm highly emotional. Post in the comments if you're highly emotional.
I go to nightclubs and I don't know what to do.
Do what you did when you were 14. Just walk up to her and say, like, hey, do you have a boyfriend? That worked, man. It worked. Just keep doing it.
Not suave.
I'm sorry. He doesn't believe that he's not suave. I mean, look at his arms, man. You don't wear that kind of jewelry and not think that you're suave, my friend.
You think, okay, university, now I can be a playboy. Except
Yeah.
I'm still not really very good. And I start to invalidate myself. Like, maybe I'm not a man because I'm poor. So I think, okay, I go and work in the #1 investment bank in the world. A lot of money. I have a car. I have a house with the swimming pool. I'm miserable.
Wait, you did all that? What? When did... Hold on. Give me lessons to do all that stuff. I don't want to learn how to play John Legend piano. How do I get the house and the pool? That sounds sick.
I hate my job and I hate who I'm being. And I'm still not really getting any girls. Wow, I'm really not so successful as a guy.
I mean, he got all that, and, like, he's a handsome fella. I mean, look at him. He's not bad looking at all, and he's jacked, too. He's, like, strong. He would do fine. I don't think he was trying that hard. I think, maybe he was just working too much and then playing music. Oh no.
I leave this job because I fucking hate it.
Whoa, dude. Watch your mouth, Steven.
The piano into the street 30 minutes after quitting the job. And I play. I didn't think 7 years ago I would be standing on a stage in Russia
talking about... I'm sorry, you quit your job and then pushed a piano onto the street 30 minutes later? I don't believe you. That sounds fabricated. I don't believe that story.
To you people, I just wanted freedom. I wanted to be away from money all my life.
You want it to be away from money, Steven? Okay.
When you make decisions out of fear, they're not your decisions. It's what does Mum want? What will the people think is successful? What will make me look good? Let me get the clothes with some man's name on my chest. Maybe then I'll be enough. It's a game you can't win. I was lucky to discover this when I was young in the bank.
So what I don't get here, Steven is saying that he's lucky to like figure this stuff out. In order to figure this stuff out, your life has to go so well. It has to be so good. Like Steven's like, okay, well, my first issue was I wanted a girlfriend. So the very first girl that I saw, I asked her out and then she was my girlfriend. And then I broke up with her and then I decided to be a playboy, which like I wasn't that good at it, I guess. I'm sure I was still fine though. I was going to nightclubs and stuff. I'm sure Steven did fine. I'm sure he was fine at that. Then I was like, oh, well, I need to make a lot of money. So I'm just gonna go work at the biggest bank on earth and make a lot of money. And he just did it. And then he figured out that money wasn't gonna bring him happiness. I'm sure after he made like a lifetime's worth of investments and he has money forever. Like, yeah, you figured out a lifetime's worth of knowledge, probably because you've made a lifetime's worth of money, because you had a lifetime's worth of luck, like by the time you're 25. If only everyone else could figure this out too.
Play music in the streets. For the first
And now he gets to finally, after all that, play music in the streets.
with no shoes, with terrible clothes, covered in sweat, girls decide I am attractive.
I mean, how could you not? Ladies, is this not an attractive man?
Davai. Maybe now I can be the playboy. I try this and it's the darkest period of my life.
Dude, this guy just lives in misery. He has everything and is just so miserable. Well, you're never gonna be happy, my friend. I mean, what made you happy?
I play music in the streets. I feel in love. I sing about love. I'm in love with love. And then in the evening, I'm with some girl, whatever her name is. And I betray everything that I just spent the day singing about. I'm not proud of myself. And again, I invalidate myself. Am I gay? Gay?
Perhaps. That'd be a shame if you are, because you didn't take advantage of being in an all-boys school.
I decide to go to a therapist.
Ooh, you lost me there, my friend.
Tell him I'm confused.
Just kidding. Go to therapy, get help.
I talk to this man and I realize I've taken on so many opinions that are not my opinion on love. I start to strip these away. I start to feel how I feel when I'm 14 years old again.
I don't know if I want to feel that way. I'm good feeling 25. Yeah, I get what you're saying, though.
I want someone who is creative, someone with integrity, someone I can build a life with.
You didn't know all that? You just learned that? Okay. I want somebody with integrity. That's such a low bar.
I stand here today as a single guy, but I don't feel single. I'm fully committed to my ideal. I'm committed to my goals in my area of life called relationships. Don't need quick sex, because I know what I want.
Speak for yourself, bro.
But sometimes you have to find your own opinion.
Yes. I think that's a good place to end that one. Sometimes, guys, you gotta find your own opinion. And Stephen Ridley learned that recently. Well, dude, better late than never. This is actually a pretty good one. I actually I'm glad I watched this video. I was gonna watch a couple of these, but man, there's just so much to say about this one. And you know what? There's always other extravaganzas that we will dedicate to Stephen Ridley. Man, look at that bicep. My god. Dude, the bicep and the Rolex. You're telling me you're not happy? Alright, bro. So, we're gonna leave it at that because we have some Pokemon to unbox, but not before I play this song for you. Please enjoy. didn't think I'd forget, did ya? We got a trainer box to get into. But, you know, before we do that, we're gonna take a moment. Take a moment to just digest everything we just heard. I'm not sure which piece you just heard. I don't know what order I'm gonna put it in yet. But I assume that you've heard the Soar Mozart variation. Man, I did a lot of takes for that one, and that was really the best one. That was the best that I could do. There's a lot of work I need to do on that. I feel like the Bach went better, but, you know. Yeah, talking about love. That's kind of the theme of this episode, isn't it? Love is a funny thing. Post in the comments if you struggle with love sometimes. Steven and I probably relate, because I'm sure we're both very emotional people, being musicians and all that. Because I can be a very emotional guy, too. I feel like even when I don't have somebody in my life, I'm just perpetually in love with something. Like, even last night, I had a crazy dream. I received, like, a business card from, like, a cult. I went to the door just to, like, check it out. I was just kind of messing around. And I met a girl there who was like kind of weird, but she just like showed me around and was like completely indoctrinated in it. But I just kind of like fell for her. She told me that she had polio. She like had a hard time walking. But yeah, and then I ended up joining the cult just to see her again. And then I woke up and I spent like 20 minutes just being like kind of heartbroken in my bed. Such a horrible way to start your day. I still think about her. Oh well, she's gone. She's not real. Man, we got this box. I guess I'll go ahead and open up a little bit. I'm gonna bring you over here for the real unboxing, of course, but I mean, we can start digging into it. So this is kind of exciting. It's been a long time since we opened up a trainer box, and if you want to see the episode where I last opened up a trainer box, it was the Pokemon Extravaganza. That was the one where I wore a suit. I look pretty cute. I don't know why I don't wear suits anymore. My thing is just kind of like pajamas. Okay. Oh my god, it smells! Oh my god! It smells like glue. It smells like fumes and glue. It's very similar to the last box. It has like similar geometry. We will open this in a bit. I'm gonna leave that there. This is this thing. I'm not gonna ask if anybody wants it this time, because I'm scared that someone will say yes, and I don't want to have to ship this. Oh, don't spoil anything. I don't want that either. We don't want any rules. Okay, I think it's about time I bring you over. Come on over. Alright, well, can everybody see this alright? I think so. We have our Crown Zenith trainer box. Let's get into this thing. So, yeah, we got some nice geometry here. We gotta look at the whole thing. I mean, look at that. Alright. Look in there. I'm sure it smells awful in there. Oh, it's actually, ooh, it has an after smell. The first smell's not so bad. It's probably like a parts per million concentration. It probably killed all the... Alright, we got some stuff in here. Gotta reach in there like it's a Thanksgiving turkey. That's the gizzards. Some nice, like, Halloween dice here. If you like taking chances, you get some dice. Alright, we get some coins. V-Star! V-Star! Boom! This is actually kind of a nice thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and, gut this thing. Oh yeah. Alright, well first off, this is for the box. I don't hide the codes anymore. Please post in the comments if you actually cache one of these. Please tell me, because nobody's ever mentioned this. If you cache it, post it. You have to. That's a rule. Alright, we get some Lucario, like folder things. I don't know. Oh, we get a Lucario Full Art V. Okay, this is probably the best card we're gonna get, knowing our luck. I'm sure I'm diminishing its value. But there we go. It's not very vibrant, is it? Alright, well, that's our card. Got some warp to it already. Half value. Okay, and we got all these energies. We gotta look at the energies. Wow, oh, they're yellow border this time. The other ones were like silver or something, I think. Yellow's kind of classic. Alright, well, we got our waters. Oh, they smell! Oh my god, what is with this? Oh my god, they smell so bad. I'm not exaggerating. Oh, I wish you could smell it. I wish we had smell-o-vision YouTube. I would buy the camera. Okay, look at all these sleeves. Look at all these sleeves. They're all just the same thing. Let's look at them all. Why not? Whenever we get a nice card, we'll put it in a sleeve. I guess we'll go ahead and sleeve this one. Lucario sleeve. Alright. Maybe it won't warp anymore. Okay, here's the real haul. The stinky haul. You get our booster packs. They're all the same. They all have the same art. Is that how they're supposed to be? Well, which one should we pick? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's pick this one. We're gonna open them all at some point. Alright, I'm gonna put this thing away. This is it right here. Let's go ahead and open up this bad boy. Hope we get something good. Let's see if... Oh. Ooh, I don't know how to open these yet. Alright, this one's kind of complicated, so I think you have to take 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there we go. Whoa! That's different. Look at that. Alright, we get some nice little energy here. It's like sparkly and stuff. Well, we're starting with the grass. I feel like we didn't get a single grass last time, so let's see. Slazzle. That's, wow, brand new cards. I can't believe I have to come up with new stuff to say. Tail Trickery. Well, you could have fooled me. Oh my god, I'm a fish out of water right now. Super Singe. I'll think of something for that later. A rare candy. We've gotten rare candies before. That's nothing new. Dusclops. I remember Dusclops from Gen 4 Pokemon Diamond. I put a lot of time into Pokemon Diamond. Purloin. Fury Swipes. I think that's an actual move. 10 damage, 1 energy. Sure. Love Disc. Is this an old card? I feel like I've seen this card before. I haven't opened up Pokemon cards since I was a kid. Emotional Draw. That's what we just did with Stephen Ridley. We had an emotional draw. And Tackle. That's when you get a little too emotional. Gotta get physical with it. That's never good. Chatot. Chatot. Cycle Draw. Different from emotional draw. You do emotional draw and then you cycle draw. And then you can flap, of course. Alright. Yama. Yama, hope we get a good card. Swoop Across and Cutting Wind. Dragonfly. Pawniard. Looks like a My Chemical Romance character. Look at him. Reckless Charge. That is, when I was a young boy. Energy Retrieval. Put up to 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Sure. Whoa! Oh my god, dude. Holy crap, we're... Alright, we got a full art Rayquaza VMAX. Is this good? I think this might be good. It's not a secret rare. Hold on, let me look this thing up. Alright, here we go. This card's worth $1.50. We gotta put this in a sleeve. Still, starting off pretty strong. That's, I feel like that could have been a lot worse. Boom, there we go. We got some cards. Okay, well, that was the Pokemon pack. I'm going to be opening up 1 pack at least in every extravaganza. I might occasionally open one up in a non-extravaganza, but I mean, we'll see. Okay, well, that is what we got. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. I think there's one more piece, so that will play right now. Alright, well, hopefully you enjoyed that. Yeah, and if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, all that stuff. And if you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave a comment. That's always welcome. Or if you don't have questions, you can just leave a comment about anything, and that's fine too. This was another extravaganza. Man, it was a lot of fun. The week has ended, so my weekend is beginning now. So I'm just gonna chill out, and yeah, well, I'll see you tomorrow.